as an entrepreneur, if you were to give advice, because you've started multiple businesses, if you were to give advice to a new entrepreneur that was starting a business, what would you advise them would be very critical for that business to survive and succeed?
The business model. And so I didn't have enough experience to know you had to think out the business model in advance. And let's say with SMI, I guess God was just looking after me. I did it perfect the first time, and it worked. And of course, we did almost $3 billion worth of business. So, or there's been more of my stuff sold, I guess, than any author in the world that's written anything, and especially in this kind of field. So, and that had to do with the product delivering what we said it would deliver, and then the vehicle, the sales presentation. I see a lot of people with a good idea. They'll start a business, and they don't realize they didn't do their demographics. They didn't study, for example, there's already 2 other businesses like that in town. They didn't study that the socioeconomic people in town. I'll give you an example. I started a gourmet restaurant here in town, but I didn't realize it was 89% blue collar. Did you know that? 89% blue collar. Well, I had a restaurant that would go in Dallas. Well, I had a sous chef from France. I hired the chef from the Intrepid Fox on La Cienega Boulevard in Los Angeles. He's now in charge of all the restaurants in the world for Ramada Inn.
Wow.
I lost $187,000 the first year running that restaurant. I spent $287,000 for the furniture. And I remember the chairs. Even though it was 1970, the chairs were $287 a piece back then. So you can imagine that would be like a $1,000 chair. I mean, it was fancy. I spent $500,000 just in the kitchen. I lost my shirt because I didn't study in advance, and that's why. What do you say on most entrepreneurs in their 20s? But let me put it this way: every decade I've ever done anything, I make less mistakes. So you just.
I guess it's kind of like what you're discussing right at the beginning when you said you answered the question about time. You said, well, it was different in my 20s because I was starting out. Now that it's refined and multiplied, it's a totally different.
Now I look at a business and make an investment for our charitable foundation. And now I do my demographics. I make sure that if I invest in a company, I make sure they don't have any debt. I make sure they got money in the bank. I make sure they got the same management the last 10 years. I make sure they got the right kind of product, and on and on and on and on. So you learn that the hard way, I guess.